Hey guys, and welcome to my video. This vlog, I kind of just wanted to talk about what's going on with my broken foot and the truth of all of it. So I'm just making some food here and icing my foot all the time, always keeping it elevated. And yeah, the truth is eating, reading, sleeping, sitting, icing, and that's basically it. So just kind of wanted to spill some of my thoughts about having the broken foot, and yeah. Okay, so you guys know that I'm doing my 52 lists journal right now, and the list that I had yesterday, it says list the words that define your personality. And I really like that one because often I think we don't do enough self-reflection and think about how we see us. So I wrote down a couple things that I thought kind of described me, but then I also asked some other people if they could write down words that describe my personality and kind of to see what the differences are, because I feel like the way that others see us and the way that we see ourselves sometimes are two very different things, and you want to make sure that you're portraying the image that you think you are. So if other people have comments that are positive about your personality that maybe you don't think that you are, maybe that can raise your self-esteem a little bit. But vice versa, if people think that you're super stubborn and you don't see yourself in that way at all, maybe it's time that you kind of reflect back on some of your actions and why people would think that about you if you don't see that same thing in yourself. So I thought that was really interesting, and I'm definitely gonna ask a couple more people what they would say about me, just to kind of see the difference, and especially ask people that know you from very different levels or aspects of your life, right? So people that you've known for 8 years versus people that you've known for 2 years, or maybe you met them through class at school but you're super close, versus somebody that you've met through like sports or something. So for me, like somebody that I've met through dance and have grown up dancing with is going to be way different than somebody that I've just met at university and have been going to school with them. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then what I really like about this journal also is that it tells you to take action at the bottom of each list. So for this one, it says, go through the list and see if there are any negative sounding words that you could change to be more positive. For example, bossy can have a negative connotation, so how about changing that to strong-willed or in charge? You're a boss in the best sense. And that's really cool because you want to think of yourself in that positive way and see how some of the more negative things that you maybe have in your personality, either see how you can change them into positive things or maybe take it in a positive direction. And that will kind of change your thinking and your outlook on who you are and how others perceive you. So I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to talk about in this vlog a little bit about the real story of my life right now, being in the boot. If you guys have watched my last couple videos, you know that I broke my foot right after I came back from my trip to Laos, and not gonna lie, it's been pretty tough. I feel like I've been doing well with it, but there's certain things that are really hard, and if you've ever gone through them, like this is my first broken bone, which I've never gone through anything like that before, and if you've ever gone through it, like, I'm so sorry, or any type of injury where you've had to recover. So I just wanted to go through some of the stuff that I've been feeling and thinking about in regards to having a broken foot and being in the boot for quite a long time. So now I've been in this boot for about a month now. This upcoming week I need to go get it re-x-rayed, and then they can kind of tell me if the bone is healed or not. Basically after that I'll just be going through physio to try and learn how to walk again, how to move my foot at all, and then I'm just gonna continue trying to get the bruising and swelling down, because my foot is very, very bruised still and very, very swollen, and with this type of break, it said that the foot sometimes doesn't even stop swelling for 3 to 6 months. Which is kind of crazy because we're heading into July. It's July 1st tomorrow. Yay, Canada Day. But with that being said, once I go back to school in September, I was hoping that I would be able to dance again this year, and I was hoping that I would be able to do it more intensely than I was last year, because I kind of took a break from the competitive dancing last year, and I just kind of did stuff on my own, and this year I was hoping to do both performing and something on my own, just extra classes as well. So yeah, I'm not really sure how that's gonna go. To be honest, I'm really nervous about going through physio because I know that I'm gonna work really hard to try and get all of the mobility back in my foot, because I really want to be able to dance and to do all those things again and not to worry about it. But I also know that if I push it too hard, I'm gonna re-injure it, and that's not gonna help with anything. But I really want to be able to like do jumps again. Like if you're a dancer or like anything around that, like you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. But being able to like land jumps strictly on my right foot and not worrying about anything happening, that's kind of the biggest thing on my mind that I'm a bit worried about in terms of the future and going through physio and stuff. The only good thing is that, well, not the only good thing, but one of the good things is that being a dancer, and especially being trained in ballet and on point, I know a lot of like feet strengthening exercises just from how much I had to strengthen my feet from going on point all the time and doing, you know, a really high level of dance and ballet. So in that respect, it's quite nice because I know that I can do a lot of exercises on my own that I already know how to do, and that'll be me working really hard and coaching myself to try and get through this time of physio and be able to jump back into dance. So in that way it's good, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. So for the most part, my life kind of consists of sitting, working, which is all on my feet, which has been really hard on my foot, to be honest, because I mean you're standing for your whole shift and I'm working, you know, a full 35-40 hours a week, and that's been pretty tough. I've done a lot on my foot, more than probably I should have been doing, but I really just, I can't take that time off. I really can't. And I hate just sitting and doing nothing, so that's why I've been reading so much. It's why I've been journaling so much. It's why I've been, you know, taking up extra courses and studying on my own with my own textbooks. Like, it's stuff that I can do where I'm not putting too much extra strain on my foot when I'm not at work, because I know that I need to save myself for those times when I have to go to work and I have to be on my feet all day. So there's that. There's working out, kind of. I haven't really been doing that much because there's really not much that I can do. And if you're a dancer or a gymnast or anything where you know about stretching is pretty funny. I've been trying to get back into it because I used to stretch every single day, and getting back into stretching, it's very strange when you can't move your foot or your ankle, because I have to do it in the boot. I can't put any weight on my foot. I can kind of walk on my foot now, but at the beginning I couldn't put any weight on it, so doing it with the boot is kind of funny. But if you know what I'm talking about, if there's any stretches where you're supposed to keep like your knee over your ankle, like in that 90-degree, right, it's so easy to do now because you physically can't move it any direction. So any of those stretches where you would like cheat it and put your knee like further over your toe, or like not back on your heel where it's supposed to be, I know exactly what it's supposed to feel like now, because I have to keep my knee over my heel. I just can't move it any other way in the boot. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know what this means. But anyways, side note. But yeah, and then working out, like I've been saying, I've just been doing like a bunch of ab exercises and arm exercises, because that's really all I can think of that doesn't put that much strain on my foot or anything else, really. I mean, technically I've been strengthening this other leg, because like walking anywhere, you know, my hips are now kind of off kilter how I'm walking with this boot on, and going up and down the stairs, you know, like that's technically working like my one thigh more than the other one, because I can't walk up the stairs normally, you know. So anyway, just stuff like that, I guess. And then a lot of icing. I've been icing my foot all the time, elevating my foot all the time. And yeah, it's going okay. I just guess I kind of wanted to share some of the things that I'm nervous for, and some of the things that are like the truth about having a broken foot. And I will be vlogging going through physio and stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of nervous to start, just because I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, and I know that I want to push it, and I know that it's gonna hurt so bad, but dance has been such a big part of my life that if I am not performing or not dancing, it'll hurt really bad. And right now I'm not at a extremely competitive level because I have been at that competitive level all through my life, and at this point when I'm at university, I've cut it down a little bit. So I feel like I'm at the level now where I can go through this rehabilitation process and I can still push it while my body is still young and while my body can heal faster than, if I was older, right? And I feel like this is the time to push it because I don't want to be suffering with this injury, for a while, and I need to be performing and I need to be able to dance for the rest of my life, because if I lost that part of myself, it's quite scary. And I think most of you can relate to that, being with any sport or art form or any hobby really. So yeah, that's a little update about my boot, and yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say for that.